Okay, we're good.
She's not too guessed.
No, I know.
Okay, say your name.
You're rolling? You're rolling?
Yeah.
I'm Fiona,
I'm Raven.
and together we are Otto and Taiji.
My name is Grayson James. I'm a student and artist in Toronto. I work at Bodega 13 and No Fun Press.
My name is Lauren Armstrong, and I'm a photographer, and I also run a street casting modeling agency called C.
My name is Maryam. I'm a singer-songwriter and also a freelance music journalist for 2 websites.
My name is Sebastian Back. I'm a filmmaker and cinematographer, and I'm currently attending Ryerson University.
The type of questions I ask are really important to the artist, especially if they're a racialized artist, because I feel like that's something that I can relate to and I can ask, and that it's not going to be a weird thing.
I look for people who are, I mean, obviously interesting looking, not necessarily like white, skinny, young girls, which is very kind of typical. Not so much anymore, but was very typical in the modeling industry. And then also people who aren't seen in everything, because I feel like Toronto is very small and it's very easy for people to get obsessed with one person and using them for everything.
What we're trying to do is sort of like bring all those smaller communities together and like mesh them together in a way that's like new, maybe.
I feel like a lot of people feel the same way, and that a lot of girls like me do feel the same way, and that when they do search for music, that they do look for different perspectives and different realities, and realities that kind of make sense to them and stuff that they have experienced as well. So I generally try to think that other people who face the same issues as me and I don't know, hear about me will end up at my shows and stuff.
I think not enough young artists, especially young artists of privilege, are using politics well or at all in their work, and that is frustrating sort of continually.
There's kind of a circle of people who are known, and people aren't willing to expand outside of that circle, and I think that's where they're failing.
When you're putting out like a call for submissions, there's like a difference between making it open to everybody and like making sure that it's accessible to everybody, which is like they're very similar things, but they're very different as well.
When they're validated from an outside source of the thing that they're doing, they just keep doing that thing and keep recycling it because they know that it's cool, instead of kind of trying to expand and create something new.
Even just like little things like just introducing yourself to people, being like, hey, like I'm here, like if you're running an event, saying hi to people, making sure that they know who you are, so if they feel uncomfortable, they know that they have you to be that person they can kind of attach to. Even little things like that I think are super important to like making a space feel inclusive and inviting.
Like it's completely ignorant to not be aware of it, and obviously like I'm white and I'm privileged, I'm aware of my privilege, but it's like, how can I use that to give people a voice who might not otherwise have it, or if they do have it, just amplify it.
To have different realities, have different perspectives, to minimize the racism, to minimize the discrimination, prejudice, to ratify it all, to make it seem like it's a good space that you can come in and you're welcome and you just feel great. Because I've been in so many places where automatically enter and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable, I don't like this.
There's people that have experiences and people that have stronger voices than I do that should definitely be out there, should be making work. If someone's telling a story that I would like to tell but don't have the space or the voice to sort of tell, then I can work as like a cinematographer or a producer or a sound designer on that film, and I'm not like overtly telling that story, but I am being a part of it and I am working in that space.
If somebody's doing something that's similar than you, rather than coming at them for it, and being like upset about it, like you should come together with that person to be able to take all of like the people you know and all of the artists that they have and kind of merge them together, because that's when the best things are going to be created, in my opinion.
But I think the idea that you can be supportive of someone making work and be happy for them and encourage them and not worry about it affecting your creative practice, because there's so much space for so much work to be created. So why should you be mad when someone else is doing something similar to you?
Every Facebook event has like the word diversity in like somewhere in the description, and it's just like you can say that and you can like make sure you have a black artist, you can make sure you have a gay artist, and you can have a female artist, but it's like
Just because you're doing a diverse show doesn't mean it's inclusive, doesn't mean those people are going to feel welcome in the space.
It's again, like that's tough. It's tough because it's welcoming maybe because I'm like a white dude of money, and it's also maybe welcoming to a lot of other people for a lot of other reasons too. Like I think it's such a nuanced and like nebulous almost scene that like being an artist in Toronto definitely is easier if you're a privileged, but I don't know, I guess maybe it's not easy for me to speak to that because I'm not a person of color or like a woman trying to get into that scene. So in my experience, it was easy to break into, but maybe it's not for everyone.
I'm in it, I guess, but I'm not really in it at the same time because what I play is alt rock, so it's just obviously it's just a bunch of white guys, and that's the image that it holds and stuff. So it's kind of hard to be a part of a scene when you're not like automatically like especially when white guys are like, yeah, I play rock and stuff. People will automatically put their image to that scene and stuff, and me it's kind of just like, oh, that's cool, like yeah, like you probably play like 2 chords or something, and like
It's associated with the idea that in order to be successful, like you have to leave, and like you can't keep doing what you're doing in Toronto. You have to go to New York, or you have to go to London, or you have to go to Paris. And so it kind of comes down to that idea that nothing good can grow here if you take a step back and kind of focus on what you're doing, and if you're doing it for yourself or if you're just doing it for other people, you're doing it for validation. Are you really doing anything? Like, is it really important? Are you really saying something?
It's nice when there is a space, like obviously if it's very predictable and you're in that group that is like in this space and you're like the dominant group, it's gonna feel great. You're gonna walk in and be like, hey everyone, but if I'm gonna come in there as like somebody that's new, I'm gonna feel completely uncomfortable. And like it works as like a space because you're getting all these people who come every single time and they love it. It's the exact same thing every single time, but then it's very hard to like branch out and be like, yeah, we're an inclusive space, because really you're not. You're inclusive for the set of people you've decided to be inclusive for, and that's about it.